Hello YouTube, if you're watching this from YouTube, this is a recording of what was a live broadcast on Ustream.tv. If you'd like to join in the chat, come over to Ustream.tv, search for Inky Obsessions, click the follow button, and you should be notified whenever I go live. I also post it on my personal and my art Facebook pages, and I tweet it every time I go live. So, hey Jen. So, okay, we're off and running. Let me get my windows situated here. Seems like I got a lot smoother start. Hey, Eileen. Hey, Christy. So I did some rearranging. I was getting out of control with my watercolor palettes. I had two of these like 48 size with Daniel Smith in it. One was full. One was almost full. And then I had two of the smaller palettes with my creamer metallics in it. Hey Dorothy. Hey Linda. So I decided to kind of shrink them down and consolidate. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, my clever husband's over here saying hi when I was saying hi to all you guys. Say hi to Dave, ladies. So, I had this tin. I was watching Sharon Cullen on YouTube. She's got a good channel with some interesting stuff in it and reviews of different products and tips on watercolors and so forth. And she put her pans, and she uses full pans, into an old pencil tin. Well, I was going to put it in the same tin that she used, which was one of these from my Derwent blocks or pencils. Hey, CC. Hang on if I can get this out of here. But the bottom had a little bit of a lip in it. See that little frame in there? And the magnets that I was using to stick on the bottom of these weren't strong enough. They're just these little sheets that I cut into. They're very thin, but they're enough to hold these in place on a flat surface. But on that ridge, they wouldn't stick. So I had this box of that had the Lyra Aqua, what are they called? Aquacolor crayons, these that I've never used. Oh, shame on me. But this tin was completely flat in the bottom, and it actually held, even though it's smaller, it held everything, and I have 14 more slots I can fill yet. And I just did a little cheat sheet. I didn't put the names or anything on here. So I can relearn where they are in the palette now. Yeah, Gail said, Amalia, hold on to your money. What are you trying to say? Yeah, I know, right, CC? And then you can fit a lot more in here. But, you know, the palette has their benefits, too, because this doesn't have a very nice mixing area because of the text and the silver color up here. So you lose that. But I have other palettes I can mix in. And I don't know what the heck I'm doing anyway, so I'm just kind of winging it. Hey, Caroline. Hey, Cindy Lou. So anyway, I did that. And then I took my two little, 12 full pans or the 24 half pan palettes like this one. And I put all my creamers in one of the big 48 half pan or 24 whole pan. Still got room for one more lucky fella going in there. And I know what it's going to be. Oh, and CC, I started making these. I wanted to see how they turned out. But here's the rose gold I'm mixing up. I'm going to try this one today. And if actually, you know what? I'm going to put this in here. And if this comes out right, I'm going to make one for you and send it to you. Oh, crap. I just stuck my finger in it. But I finally got in. This is the pigment I was waiting for. Hello. That's the Calibri Bronze. And I wish they'd have sent me the silver in a similar container, but they sent it in a plastic bag, and I had to dump it in something, and I put it in here, and it's not the best thing, but that's what I got. But anyway, when I mix these two together, and these are the satin silver, right? The satin silver and the Calibri bronze, kind of diagonal from it on that little swatch. And that's what makes this rose gold. Actually, let me put a swatch of that on here while I'm got the presence of mind to do it. Hang on, let's get a little water. Let's see how this looks. And I use this with the oh, that's yummy. I just kind of did half and half with the pigment load on, and then mix it with the creamer watercolor medium, which has glycerin and honey and gum arabic in it. So we'll let that dry down and see what that looks like differently. But that's what I did. I took half and half of this and used the creamer watercolor medium. See, gum arabic, honey, and glycerin is in this one. Patti, start your own brand of watercolor. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I like the way you think, Cece. So I'm going to set this over here and let this dry a little bit. But I also, Instagram is going to get me in more trouble. I'm telling you. I saw, oh yeah, Gail, I guess you are in line for the total eclipse. That's cool. Yeah, I made a few, Amelia. I made, you know that lagoon one that I use? I made that one too. This one here. I made that one. And you can see on the swatch here, that's the one that turns colors. I don't know if you can see it turn to purple as I see the purplish in there. And then it goes, it's on white and black, so you can kind of see it both ways. It's so hard to see that on camera, but it turns to green, purple, and turquoise. But I made that out of a loose pigment too, that I got from Creamer. That one's called Pacific Lagoon. That's pretty good stuff. But on Instagram, I started seeing all this cloves and honey stuff. Handmade artisanal watercolors. And they ship them out in little mini sets. This is a limited edition volume 1 called the Incandescent set. Now it's empty because I got it in here, but I'm going to show you the colors. But they send them out in these little Altoid tins, and those little circles you see are because they have magnets. She puts magnets already on the back of her half pans, right? So I'm going to show you real quick a swatch of these. These are the colors: Purple Rain, Golden Slumbers, Sunken Treasure, and Dr. Girlfriend. They don't show you much there. I'm going to show you because they're pretty cool. And you can sign up for like a subscription for whenever she comes out with a limited edition set. You'll automatically get it. And this is what dried from last time, and I took all the masking fluid off, and it's quite a mess. Because some of it I was trying to take the salt off before it dried, so it's smeared. And then you can see where all the big blobs were of the masking fluid because I dropped that book into it. And here you can see where the paper ripped. But it was just to have a play. And, you know, I learned some color combinations and how different ones play with each other. So, yeah, it was a lesson. So let me show you these real quick, and then we shall carry on. I think I'm going to do a galaxy today. I like the way your husband thinks, Gail. Just hand me your checkbook. Hey, Linda. Who made them? Who made them? Who made these? The watercolors I'm talking about? Cloves and Honey is the name of the company. They have a Facebook page, they have Instagram, they have an Etsy shop, and I believe a website. Let's see if it's on here. Actually, none of that information is on the packaging, but it's cloves and honey, and you can find them pretty easily. Actually, I think it's easier if you go to the Facebook page and look for cloves and honey and like that page, and then it'll link you up there to where you can buy them. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Jude. A galaxy is, well, just that, actually, like a sky, night sky kind of looking thing with the stars. Let me see if I can find something real quick to show you what I'm going to try to do. Hang on. Anna Victoria. Now let me see if I can. Anna Victoria Calderone, who I adore. She has a Skillshare class. She's got 4 now, and one of them she does a galaxy in. Hang on, let me find it. She's got a ton of stuff on Instagram. And she's what led me to the creamer paints. Oh, I missed your diamonds that you didn't record. Use for. Oh, yeah. Where are they? Huh. They were like crystals that I did. Oh, here they. No, that's not that. Where the heck did I put them? Oh, you know what? They're probably on the same sheet. Hang on, I'll look for them. Sorry, guys. Well, you can kind of see in this where it's just kind of watercolors and splattered white. This one she's got text on. But it looks like a night sky, kind of. Ish. So that's what I thought I'd do, because that's kind of mindless, and I mean, hers look really cool, so there's some skill involved for sure. Here's some examples of how she builds up to it. 4 different little pictures there. And see this, can I blow it up? With the constellations with white ink over it. And she just kind of builds it up like the one on the upper left, right? So, yeah, I don't need help. I don't need help spending money. Good Lord. I am a professional. So anyway, I'm going to go back to the cloves and honey. I'm going to show you these colors. So I got to find them where I put them in my palette, because I put the purple and the pink I put in with my purples and my pinks. But each of these are shimmery, and these lift very creamy off the palette. And they carry a nice load of pigment. I'm going to add a little bit of water in there and try to bleed it out to show you what it does. But it kind of goes and goes and goes. So that one's the Purple Rain. This is the one called Dr. Girlfriend. It's kind of a hot pink with some silvery shimmer in it. Oh yeah, thanks, Jen. There's the link for cloves and honey. And this isn't a big company. I think it's just some. Oop, lost my water in there. I think it's just you know, a small outfit. But look at this bright pink. Get some water in there. Drag that down. Hello, lover. And then this is kind of a greenish gold called Sunken Treasure. It's a real fine shimmer that's in here. It's not glittery. It's definitely a shimmer, I'd call it. Oh, I still got some pink in there. It's not a fair assessment, is it? Let me wash my brush a little better. Let's do that again, shall we? Yeah, that was tinted up there with a little bit of the pink in it. You can see it's more green here. And then this one is called Golden Slumbers. And this again is the limited edition incandescent set, it's called. They have, Z's not watching. I think she said she's going to try to catch the recording. This is, that she has kind of a mermaid set out there, but they're always out of stock. You can't get these things. That's why I signed up for the subscription. So I had it shot of getting them. God forbid I miss out. Hey, Jean. So the purple's kind of dried down. Let's see if you can see the metallic that's in there. There you go. Yeah, you can see that. See that? That's Purple Rain. Look at that bright pink. I don't know if that's dried enough yet that you can see the shimmer in there. It's really, really fine, but it definitely has a shimmer to it. It's beautiful. This is the Sunken Tray. That's the one where I had some, you can see the pink around the edges there. Let's go down to the greener one. This is the more pure color here. And then this one's still wet. We'll come back to look at that when it dries. Remind me. You know how that goes. All right, let me set that off to the side. So I think that's get my stuff out of the way. I'm going to mix up more of that rose gold when I sit down, when I let my Galaxy dry a little bit. They're really pretty, CC. Yeah. I know you like your shimmer. Taking you all down with me. Okay, so let's see. How do I want to do this? So I was just watching the Anna Victoria's, rewatching the Skillshare class that she did, where she did the Galaxy exercise. So what she did is that she would do, some people I've seen like wet the whole page and just drop colors in. You get a much more blended look then, where they run and mingle and have more smooth lines. She did little clumps of clusters of colors and let this one, put a little salt in it, let it dry, do this one, do this one. These are all drying behind her. By the time she gets over here again, she can add to it and then add in some black ink to get the darkness. Does anyone recall which person streamed using glue? I think Xandra did, Denise. I'm pretty sure Xandra did that with the glazing medium and Distress Oxides. Pretty sure. Ooh, had to turn my hot flash fan on. Ooh, lordy. So I'm going to pick out what I think might be some good Galaxy colors. And this one down here in this corner. Oops, sorry. Hang on to your lunch. Hit the camera. Let's see if that one focuses. On the corner here where my thumb is. Oh. Good Lord. Anyway, that's Daniel Smith Lunar Blue. It breaks up into like a blue and a black, which I think would be perfect. Come on, baby. Oh, for Pete's sake. Well, you'll just have to trust me. This camera's pissing me off. And then there's the Lunar Black that breaks up. See how that granulated there? This black. And I'm going to use some Moon Glow for sure. And then I'm going to put some of my turquoise and teals in it that'll be good sky colors. All right. This fan blowing up my papers is going to drive me crazy. Okay, so let's just dive in, shall we? And I think this brush is going to be too big for these little half pans. I'll go with something in the middle here. See where we get. So this is the first time I'm using it in this thing here. I'm not liking how these magnets are letting this move already. This is the Lunar Blue, and it's so funny when you use this color. I don't know if you guys have this or not, but it's like blue and black together, but they break apart. And when you add more, it kind of turns blue as it settles, and when you add more, it looks like you're adding black to it, but it's just more of the... It's pretty cool. I likey. And then what did I say I wanted to use? The Moon Glow. This one breaks up into a dark purple and kind of a dark gray and kind of a dark pinky purple. Not sure that I'm liking this layout here with these moving around like that. I might need to switch to those magnets like Cloves and Honey had on theirs. Or I just need to get 14 more mini pans in here so they're all in place. How about that? That's maybe a better idea, don't you think? I'm just making some puddles here so I have some to grab for as I go. And then I think this is indigo. But you can't have all just dark colors, right? You got to have some. See, that's staying in place better where there's stuff around it. Where it's surrounded. I think this one is Imperial Purple. Oh no, that's an what do they call it? Something thrown in. Oh God, I'm getting tongue-tied even trying to say it. I'm trying to picture it on the paper, the word. All right. Hey, CB. All right, let's start throwing some stuff down here. What's that first one I put there? Lunar Blue. Oh, look how that's broken up already. See that in the pan, how it's splitting there in the black and the blue? That's pretty yummy. Let's start with you. And see, it turns black again when I stir it. You probably can't see it that far away. You're just going to have to trust me. And she just kind of blobs it down. So we'll see what happens with me blobbing. I mean, how can I screw up blobs? Don't answer that. Put some more darker pigment in there. Some of this will run in and mix, some of it won't. Hey, Joan. Yeah, blobs are my specialty. When one cannot draw, one blobs. All right, I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to move somewhere else. This, I think, is the Moon Glow. Yeah, that's Moon Glow. Let me try to bring it in a little bit. That kind of puts me in a leaning over into my head into the camera position, but you know, all can witness my bed head. I haven't jumped in the shower yet. I got up and started tooling around the house a little bit. I forgot what this one is. Ooh, that looks looking pretty. And then after she does like all these blue and black kind of colors, she kind of comes back and adds in some pinks and oranges and greens. And it gives it some more depth. This lunar blue is awesome. Get some more pure pigment in there to darken it up. Oh no, Joan, I hope you don't have any problems. This color is so cool. Watch this. I'm going to see if I can show you guys what happens here. See where that looks kind of like a grayish blue? Right, now watch when I add more pigment to it. It looks like it's black, right? And as it sits, it separates and it starts to turn blue. Right before your eyes, it's magic. All right, add some more, it looks black. Telling you, that's pretty cool stuff right there. I hate to waste that pigment. I just slop it on there somewhere. All right, let's get some more of this in here. That's pretty cool. Hey, Janet. That kind of got a rough edge there. And see that when I go back and add water to that, it turns black again. It's a magical pigment. Hey, Willina. All right, let's see. What else can I put in there? Oh, let's get some of the lunar black in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is lunar black. This really granulates. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to drop a little bit of this. Is just P.H. Martin's Radiant Rain Black. Oh, you know what I haven't been doing? Damn it, no salt. I hit the little wet spots. Who was in charge of telling me that? All right. Maybe I gotta drop a little water in with that. I'll wait till I get another wet blob. All right, let's see here. Let's do some of the shadow violet. That's another good one. Yeah, see, I don't like how this moves around in here. I need either stronger magnets or I need to fill my pan. I might just put empties in here as placeholders. This is shadow violet. Dark grayish with a little purple cast to it. Kind of breaks down. You can see a little bit of pink in it when you do it. Excuse me. Put some moon glow in with that one. Maybe a little drop of black while it's wet. No, Joan, you didn't miss much. I just started messing with this. I'm going to try to do a galaxy-ish kind of thing. I say ish because you know how that goes. Just a few blobs. That's all you missed. That's just lamp black, I believe. Let's do something purple. Oh, that's probably too light. Yeah, I don't like that one. Where's my... This, I think, is my dioxazine. Purple. Yeah, that's the Traveler right there. Get some more of that in here. Oh, that's traveling through that black wet ink. That's pretty cool. Trying to get those two to travel in there a little bit. Oop! Great! I just drug that out of my brush. This may not be the way to go, people. Don't change your palettes just yet. I might just glue them down in here. First, then I can't get them out to see what the hell I have. Uh-oh. Text break. Sorry. Hey, May. Chelsea sent me a video of the baby. Let's see here. I forget what this is. Oh, that's kind of light bluish. Looks like an ultramarine, maybe. Let's get some lunar bloom with that. See what happens there. Put a little drop of patty. Just put a magnet sheet on the bottom of the pan. Well, there's magnets on each one of the half pans. You mean put a magnet on the whole thing for the magnets to stick to? Is that Tambit or Tammy Ward? Who's the Tammy with a Y? Or another Tammy? They're a magnet, but not. Oh, hi. Welcome, Tammy. New Tammy. Yeah, they each have a little sheet of magnet cut to them, but it's not very strong. Where they're wedged in by other pans, it seems to be okay, but I don't know about this deal here. They might end up glue dotted in there. This is indigo, I believe. Alright, I'm going to start dropping some of the pinks in there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with this Dr. Girlfriend from Cloves and Honey with a little bit of shimmer in it. And just get some little bits here and there. And some of this will still get covered up. Let's see. Drop a little cobalt teal in here, maybe. That can never hurt, can it? New Tammy. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to come out, people. I do not know. But I'm going to get some more black in there. Let's get some lunar black in there. This stuff like immediately granulates. It's really cool. Now let's see what happens if I drop a little of this in here while it's wet. Oh, the pink's kind of taken over. Let's put a little black liquid watercolor in there. Let that kind of be. All right, let's get some different blues in here now. Put a little black in there. Oh, that's kind of taken over. Can you see that traveling? Put a little water in there and let it go a little cray-cray. There we go. I don't know. This isn't looking like Anna Victoria's galaxies. Looks like a bunch of Patty's blobs. Eh, crap. Well, we'll see. This is that lunar blue again. The one that drops into like a blue-black scenario. Let's put some of that up here with this pink and break that up a little bit. Hey, Peg. I don't know what happened there, but that you know what? I think I do know what that is. I think that's lunar blue. I'm going to have to remember which one of these I want to order tubes for. Lunar blue. And then my phthalo turquoise, I think. It did it again. Damn it. It's starting to piss me off. I need some black in there, I believe. Alright, let's go. Let us go somewhere. Where are we going to go? I think this one's indigo. Going right to the edge. Let's put some of this electric blue iridescent by Daniel Smith in with this. See what happens there. And I think we need to get some more just black in here. Blackety black. This is just a lamp, plain lamp black. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to put this. Maybe we should have some of these magical colors in there. Ooh, how about some of my my lagoon mixed in there? Salt, salt, salt. You need to spray some water to get these flowing together, Patty. Well, I'm doing it like Anna Victoria Calderon does hers, is what I'm trying to emulate, and she does not spray or make, she puts it on in little blobs and lets each blob dry and go back, rather than wetting the paper and let everything blend together. It's a different technique. I've seen them done like you're talking about, Jean, but that's not what I'm doing. All right, let's see. Let's try some of this. This is just, it's right out of the frame, but it's the Pacific Lagoon.
Where's his bed?
Under my desk.
Oh. Is he been under there?
Yeah. Let's get some of this in where the black is. Put some in here where this is wet and still black. Ho, 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 ho. Ooh, that may be the way to go with a lot of this right here. Oop. I'm going to have to make some more of this. Don't think I watched that one of hers. Thought I had watched them all. It's one of her first ones, Jean, and she does a galaxy exercise towards the end of the class. And spread this out so I don't have sharp lines. You going to Frank's now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tell him I said hi. Have fun. Okay, green. What is this? Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the Mayan dark, I think. Mayan blue dark.
There's the tub here on the floor just for the fingers.
What, babe?
This is the tub and fingers.
Oh, okay. All right.
You want me to leave the door open so they can come and get?
Yeah, that's fine.
Stay there a moment.
Then I can hear them when they start yapping.
Well, I just let them out.
Oh, they did? Okay, thanks. That's a pretty color, this Mayan dark blue. These are my Primatex down here. The bottom of my palette, and the metallics. And then the blendy colors like Moon Glow and Cascade Green, and then just the regular ones up there. This is just Dick Blick Studio 140-pound watercolor paper, Jean. Let's see, what do I want to put in there? Anything? Maybe a little more of you, sweet pea. All right, I got to get some more lighter colors in there. So one thing she does is she'll throw in some, I'm going to use New Gamboa. She'll throw in like some yellow, which you wouldn't expect. But just little peaks here and there. See what's happening here. Man, that lagoon really pops out of there. I don't know if you guys can see that yet in different places while it's wet. See down here in the streak. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I need some, I want to put some black through here. So let's try this. Let's try wetting this. And this is all an experiment. I don't really care what happens, if it's good or bad. I just like playing. Mojo's doing great, Linda. Yeah, I mean, he's really good. Thank goodness. We take every day we get with him because we're past what was the first prognosis was. We're 2 months past that, and he's great. So you would never know anything's not great with him if you saw him. I need to put a little, this needs to break up in here a little bit, this blue streak in there. Oops, salt. Hello. A little bit right there. All right, and I'm thinking black's going to be the way to go. I wonder if I can put some in here and just brush this in. Well, I thought I was being really good about how this was coming out of the bottle, which is one drop at a time. Apparently the dropper's broken and that's all I can get. Oh no, there it goes. It was a clog. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get this maybe wet through here. This could be a mistake, but what the hell. Oh yeah, that's bleeding. That's good. Let's put some of this in here. And this black ink, black watercolor, kind of has a purpley cast to it. I'm just going to sludge it around here and see what happens. Definitely has a purple cast. I'm feeling great, Kimberly. Good for you. Congratulations. Always like to hear that. Here's my thumb boo-boo. It's almost healed. It wasn't sewn right. Hello? I'm going to gross you out. I got to get it to focus. There we go. See the dead skin around it? I had to cut that off. When they took the stitches out last week, it came apart part of the way again. And the edges, you know, when you're supposed to meet up skin to skin when you stitch, it wasn't met up right when she did it. So it opened back up. And then I had to keep it bandaged again for a few days. And then the skin kind of got hard and crusty, and I cut it off. I'm tired of screwing with it. Cut that bad boy up. Cut it off, and it's healing from underneath now. All right, let's do some black over here. I'm just going to go out to the edges since I didn't put tape or anything on here. Oh, you know what? I should grab some of the creamer black. That's a really good black. Let's see. Let's put some of this in with that down here too. Well, I'm glad you love it, Gayla. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think it looks pretty because it's just color slopped everywhere, but I'm not sure I would classify it as a masterpiece yet. And as you guys hopefully know, I just like to experiment and see what happens, try new stuff. And whatever happens, happens. I don't really care. I just like to play. Let's get some of this leftovers in here. Do I have enough to tinge that? Not so much. I think that was this one. That's a darky dark, like royally blue. Let's turn it into indigo as it mixes with the black. That's kind of cool. Let's throw a little I don't know. Let's throw a little silver in there. Just to break that up a little bit, see what happens. Hey, Army Mom. All right, let's get some more black over here. Kind of framing it in the real dark stuff. And let's put some of this in here too. See what happens there. And maybe some of this one. This is a pretty color. I like this. It looks almost purpley on the swatch on the paper. The second one here is what I'm using, and I think that's the in-depth. What is it? Indecthrone blue into. I don't know what the hell it is. Why do I even act like I know what it is without looking it up? I can assure you I have no clue. Let's throw a couple little bits of, I don't know if that's wet enough still for the salt. We'll see. Don't they say you're not supposed to put the salt down when it's really puddly wet? Just like when there's a sheen over it. Is that right? Am I remembering that right? There's a sheen. That's a puddle. We'll try. See what happens. All right, let's do this mix. Let's do some of this down here. That lunar blue is awesome. Mama getting a tube of that. You can believe it. I'm going to mix some of my phthalo turquoise in with that blue. I don't know what's happening here. I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of it. Now, well, this is still a little wet. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. And you know what? I've used it on Yupo before when there were puddles. It's really hard to get off of there once it dries. I mean, and it leaves like a crust. You can't really get it all off. Hey, Gail. Tutty Gail. I don't know if I like this yellowy business going on here. What can I do? Let's get some lunar blue. Just for giggles, and drop it in here. See what happens. Leave a little bit of that, but not much. Get some of that in here. Cover up these little white spots. I love how this goes on that black, and then it just breaks up into a really cool blue. That might be too light though there. But look at this one down here, right here, this big patch. See how that lunar blue broke up from the blue black? That's how it dries down. Okay, at this point, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna blob some stuff in where I think it should be blobbed. I might cover up the maybe some of this Purple Rain. That's the Cloves and Honey metallic one. Let's get rid of that. I don't like that. Not liking the yellow. Crap, wouldn't that figure as soon as Dave leaves the phone rings? Oh, unavailable. Not answering that. Whoever you are that wants my money, I'm spending it on watercolors. You drive me crazy with the donations. We give to certain charities every month. And it really jacks me up when somebody calls here and we say, I'm sorry, we can't help you. Well, but you know that the kids really need this, or the breast cancer. I was like, yeah, my husband and I are both breast cancer survivors. We get it, but we already give to these charities. And, you know, then they want to act like you're, I don't know. We just end up hanging up on it. Put me on your no-call list. Up yours, lady, and hang up. That's as nice as I can get sometimes. I don't say that, really. I shouldn't say that. People think I'm an idiot, and I may be an idiot, but I don't say that to people. They're doing their job. I get that. But when I say no, I'm sorry, I feel bad that I can't give to everybody that calls here, and they still want to make me feel bad. That's what pisses me off. Like, I can't do it all, people. Where do I need? I need black. I need more black. I need more black. I don't know what's going to happen with me going over spots now. I don't know. This yellow needs to go, I think. Not like in the yellow. And it's gone. And you're gone. Ish. I still think I need more black. Don't you guys think I need more black in there? Should I let it dry first and then come back, maybe? I like it down here, but it needs more black. And this needs more black. That's not, I don't know what color that was, but that's not, it's not dark enough. Well, you're not what I thought you were going to look like. But I'm going to sit, okay, so here we are. I'm going to sit this on the side and let this dry a little bit. And then we'll come back. That's a little scary. All right, get my brush rinsed out here. Okay. So I'm going to mix up some, oh, I got to turn my fan off before I blow my pigment everywhere. I want to get a paper palette. And, oh, here's something else I got when we were shopping for the Maryland Art Weekend. I got this set of color brush. They're water markers, but there's black, sepia, gray, and then an empty one. And they're water reactive. And I thought that was kind of cool to have for some reason in the future. I don't know, but it was like $5 and I couldn't let it sit there. So, hey, Gray. Gray like Gray. Hey, Bless. Okay, so let me I'm going to take this one out in case I have extra that I need to add onto this. It'll be easier for me to mess with it. I lost a clump. Don't want to lose you. Okay. That's the rose. Oh, so here's the rose gold dried down. Right? So here this is, CC. It's kind of really hard to see it on here. It seems to me to be a little rosier in person. But this is the silver. satin silver and the bronze mixed together gives you this sort of a rosy-ish gold. That's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so I need a palette knife. Oops. Give me this one too. And I got a little teeny tiny spoon the other day at this kitchen store. How cute is that? All right, so here we go. Look how much was in here. That's up to here full on this 100 gram, and it wasn't that much money. So I'm going to put that much of the bronze. That was kind of a heaping bunch right there. And I don't like this. I'm desperately trying to find some kind of medieval palette for watercolors that I can live with. A medieval? Oh, mid-level. Oh, I thought it said medieval. What the hell is that? I need to have those watercolors. Oh my God. So, yeah, that's what kind of a sucker I am for shopping for watercolors. Medieval watercolors. Oh my God, they sound so cool. Not normal. Not normal. So this is the silver, satin silver pigment. I'm going to take what I think is maybe equal amounts of that. And we'll see where that gets me. And then this is the creamer medium, the watercolor medium. And again, this has gum arabic, honey, and glycerin in it. And I think, hey, Laurie. And I think that's why they lift so creamy out of their pans. They're luscious. That's all I'm going to say about that. They're luscious. All right, let's get. Oh, hey, oh, good. I'm not the only one. Alright, and this takes more of this than you might think. I'm going to put a few little puddles down here, and it kind of resists. I mean, this doesn't blend easily. I'm going to rinse that out of my eyedropper. No, none of these are core that I used, except for maybe the dioxazine purple. They're all Daniel Smith and creamer. Oh, hey, CC. I'm making more of the rose gold. Oh, and I showed this. I don't know if you saw this or not. Here's the dried down. Doesn't show that great on camera. It is kind of a rosy gold. That's the mix of the satin silver and the bronze, and that's the two dry pigment I have here, and that's what I'm going to try to mix up. And you got to be careful with this. You don't want it fluffing up into your face, and it resists blending, so it's. Let me bring you in closer for this, or try to. Hey, Leslie. No, I just started the mixing, CC. All right, now I gotta, okay. So now I have kind of equal parts of the satin silver and the bronze pigment and some of the creamer medium. And it's, I think I need to get one of those, if I'm going to continue to do this, one of those, I forget what they call them, but it's like a glass big thing that you mush it up with, like a pestle and mortar kind of thing. Because I watched the yes. Somebody asked me if I'm mixing. Yes, I'm mixing dry pigment with watercolor medium to kind of have my own blended color. I want a rose gold is what I'm going for. But you can't just mix it. You got to mix it and mix it. It wants to kind of separate when you put it in the little pan. I'm not, again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I think I should be doing. You can see it almost separate on here where you see when I stop. You can see like right there's an extra, I don't know if you guys can see it. This ridge right here is kind of extra wet right there where it looked like it was all blended, but then this little bit of the extra moist piece peeks through as soon as you stop blending it. That's why I think they use the, and see right there, kind of a puddle came out of it. See that? I like Core watercolors. They have a different medium in them that has it's supposed to make it flow differently. And I think that's why that dioxazine purple that I like so much that just travels into everything else, that's a Core color. I haven't used, I kind of mix them all up. I don't use like just Core or just the Schminke or just Daniel Smith. I'm a mixer-upper. And there's a hunk of the silver that was on the other side of this that needs to get blended in. Oh, rascal. All right, let me try something here. Where did I put my little... I'll just use the back of this. Will that work? Maybe not. Hang on. I want to get a... Oh, I have a little piece here. Hang on. Little piece of paper. I'm going to take a little teeny tiny piece of that over here. And let's try it and see what it looks like. What color is the one medium? Watercolors. I want to be... never use it. Now that looks orangier there on the camera than it does in person. But I'm going to let that dry. And I think I'm on the right track here with this mix for a rosy gold. Let that sit there for a minute. Can you guys hear Babe snoring under my chair, under my desk? She started snoring more and more lately. One night before last, she snored hard all night long and kept me awake. I was like, oh my God. This one's nice and wide in my left hand here for getting this going, but after that, you got to kind of switch up to a, well, I do. I think I like this one. Then I can get all these little bits in there. That might need another little schmutz of the medium. Peg, I put about half and half of the two colored pigments, but I just kind of go by feel with the medium. I don't know that there's a correct formula. If there is, I have no clue what it is. I know. Snoring like an old truck driver. And truck drivers, please don't email me. You know you snore. And you think you start out with a lot of pigment. When you go to put this in a pan, it's not as much as you might think. Xandra and I are going to plan to go to Creamer in New York and do their class where you make your own watercolor tube paints and mix them yourself. I will learn it then. Patty, I have a bunch of Sennelier pigments. I wonder if I add a bit of pink to the pigment you just mentioned. Oh. Huh. I wonder, because these are metallic, and I don't know. I don't have any other pigments other than the metallic metal colors, the silver, gold, copper, bronze. I don't have any pink pigment. I have a ton of primary elements. Oh, I wonder what that would do. Come and go with us, CC. You can fly here and drive with me. I wonder what would happen if I put a little bit of the primary elements in there. Oh, I know, Gray. That's beyond my brain power. If I gotta start measuring everything, I ain't gonna do it. I like to wing it. But I know that's how you get a consistent mix, but that's probably not gonna happen. All right. I'm an eyeballer. Close enough is close enough for me. And if I was going to do something where I'd try to sell them or something, I would try to make them consistent for sure, but not going to do that either. All right, let's see what happens here. I think the Gonzais are even larger than a full pan. Well, I know they are. I know they are. I don't know what size they're called, but they're bigger than a full pan. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, that's almost a full pan. Pretty dang close. Babe. All right. So you can see where that's starting to settle with the liquid on the top there. But eventually that'll dry down and look like that one. Okie dokie. While I'm mixing and letting that dry still, I still see some puddles up there on my attempt at a galaxy. Let's see. Here, this is dried down now. That's kind of pretty. Mama like. All right, I'm going to get rid of this so I don't contaminate, and I'm going to make some more. I'm going to put up a link to the pigments. They're on the Kramer website, and that's a hard site to navigate. The watercolors, like the paint. Oh, shit, I just put my hand in it. Come on. Oop, and I said shit live. What do you know? Put my hand right in. Let me get that out of harm's way. Gold finger. Sweet Lord. Dip it in my water. All right. Night nurse. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'm going to pop this one out. I'm going to make some more of the lagoon. That's getting a little low. Kill some time while I'm waiting for that to mix. Yeah, so I started to say the Kramer website. There's a menu on the left hand side when you get there, and you'll find the watercolors like the pans and the boxes, right, like these, under the heading ready-made watercolor. Ready-made. I think they're called ready-made colors. And then they have watercolor boxes, which are the box sets where they're the pre-mixed box sets. Or you can buy the pans separately. And then you'll see underneath there, well, you'll see watercolor mediums and watercolor pigments. And this is the Pacific Lagoon. It's called whoops, forgot I was zoomed in. Pearl Luster Magic Pacific Lagoon. Right? So again, this is what this one looks like. The bottom pigment here, see how that changes colors as I turn it to get like a purple? And it's much more vibrant in person. And those that were in Maryland and watched me play with these saw that in person. But they go from a turquoise to a green to a purple, depending on how you look at it. And that's what this one is. And let's see. All right. I'm going to make... Oop. Fluffing it out all over the place. I just want to make enough to cap that off. That pan off. It's already made. I'm telling you, these Kramer pigments, I'm telling you, they are fabuloso. I can't wait for you to get yours, Cece, that you just ordered. What did you end up ordering? And this one's kind of like a interference color, like when you put it on white, Unless you turn the paper a certain way. Oh, you got, okay. You won't be disappointed. They were some good suggestions. So this is kind of like an interference color. It looks completely different on white than it does black, and sometimes on the white you need to turn it to even see any of the sparkle going on. Actually, I think I can do a little bit more of that. I can't wait for you to get them. Gosh darn it, I did it again. The hell is going on with this? I'm a danger to myself, quite honestly. Get this off my hands. A little more medium. All right. So, like for instance here, this swatch right here is the lagoon. And if you look at it a certain way, like you can't see it on the paper, you turn it and it'll flash mostly the blue, not so much the purple and white. But when you put it, like here, the swatch goes on black and white. See the difference of how it shows up there? Get a little purpley look in there when you turn it. So it's kind of like one of the interference ones. Still think I need another drop or two. Oh, cool. I don't know the technical differences, Bliss, between core watercolors and Gonzai, but they are different. The Gonzai aren't as transparent, and the core watercolors are in tubes, and they have a different medium that they're mixed with that has something in it that makes them move more. But again, I know enough to be dangerous, so yeah, and the light fastness. I don't know if the Gonzai are considered you should think about it, CC. I've got a lot of vacation time I can take off. And we can play and travel around, and we can go to Kramer, New York, or we can do whatever you want to do. You're welcome anytime, my friend. What was I saying? Something about the Gonzai watercolors. I have no idea. It has escaped me already. Yeah, we're talking about the Kuretake ones, Jane. And it comes in that big green box. It's hard to get this to properly, is emulsify the word I want? It's funny how you think you got it all mixed up, and then a little bit of that medium sneaks up through the pigment. It does seem to dry okay if you just put it in the pan and ignore it for a little while. Oh, great, CC. I'm dead serious. All right. I think that might need another drop. I think it do. Let's make it 2. All right. That should be, well, I don't know. It's still not really dry. I'm looking at the galaxy attempt. And I still see little puddles here and there. And mostly around the salt. So there might be something to that when I put down the salt when it was too wet still in places. All right, let's put this in here. All right, set this out of harm's way, because everybody knows what's going to happen to that in a minute. Who was that asking about the Gonzai and the core? I have both. If you want me to kind of like lay them side by side for you, I can do that. If you like. So this is dried even more. All right, so we shall see. All right, let me get this stuff out of my way. All right, get my spoon and my eyedropper out of the way. What kind do you have, Bliss, that you're using now that you're disappointed in? I'm waiting for, I didn't have a stroke. I'm just waiting for her to reply. All right, let's see where we are with this menagerie. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. Oh, the cheap ones in Prima. Yeah, I had some of the Primas, and I mean, they're pretty colors, but they're, when you use like the professional ones and you can see the difference side by side and feel how they come up out of the pan and feel how they lay on the paper and move, there is a difference. Yeah, they're kind of chalky and not quite as transparent, not as much movement for what I found. Heat gun. And my paper's curling. I don't know, this might turn out okay. I'm looking on the screen. It looks better on screen than it does in person. I'm going to back out a little bit. Hang on. Back it up. Back it up. Oh, that's kind of far. I can bring it a little bit further than that. That's a happy medium. Look what that salt did there. Like, see the grain still there in that big white splotch? Look how that feathered out there. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, look, the salt came off of there. Is that what you're talking about, CC? Maybe that's a Martian. No, the salt's coming off a lot easier on this than my experience for when I put it on Yupo. And move this out of the way. Oh, I better get rid of this. It's got pigment on it. I need to get on my face. Oh, Cece, you should put your link up for your YouTube channel and your Patreon page. All right, do I have it all? Oh, no, still some in there. Oh, you know what she did that I didn't do? She put little blobs of bleach here and there, but I could probably still do that if I wanted to, but I don't know. Hey, Sophia. All right, I'll show you a close-up. Oops. All right, I think I got them. Okay, so I'll try to get you zoomed in here. So you can kind of see if I can get it to focus. There we go. You can see there's a lot of texture. You can see up here where there's some of that lagoon pigment down through here, right? This is a big blob of salt where there was 3 or 4 crystals in a bunch there that made that act like that. That's the lunar blue down there to the bottom left where that broke up under that whitish area. That yellow's still peeking through. Here you get, oop, that damn wire gets in my way. Sorry guys, moving the camera. But my camera hangs from a monopod, so it's a loose mount from the ceiling so I can adjust it. And if I bump the wire, you guys are seasick. All right, so that's, over here was that girlfriend mixed in with, but let's see how it looks kind of bronzy gold there. I do have links open, don't I, guys? Hang on. Yeah, links are on. Anyway, here's a kind of a pretty area over in here. And this might end up being one of those things that I cut up and use for ATCs for my Etsy orders. I'm going to roll this up and let it kind of get flat for me again. All right. So let's see here. What do I want? Oh, you know what I might do? Ah, I might splatter like some of this silver for some of the stars instead of just white. Let me get my little dish for my white ink. And let me find my white ink. Got a couple different kinds. This is the white that Anna Victoria says she really likes as her favorite. It's opaque white. Get it on Amazon. It's thick. It's not. See if I need to stir it. I haven't really used it much, but it's thick. See that? It's not runny ink like you're not going to put this in a pen. Well, you might, but I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to stir this up a little bit. Oh, that's what you agree with the CC with the Copic white? Yeah, a couple people use this. That Yasmin Creates. She's another one on Skillshare I like. And I've seen her use this and recommend it too. All right, let's get that off of there. And let me put a little bit of this on this little white dish. I'm going to put some up here and a little bit in the bottom. I know I'm going to splatter white all over that. And I'm making a mess as per usual. Where's my paper towel? That's seen better days. Put the cap on that bad boy. All right. And then I'm going to make some of the stuff. I want a different brush. I don't want to use my watercolor brushes for that. Can I use this one? Oh, maybe I'll use one of these little cheapies and make it a sacrificial brush. How about that? Yeah, this one. These brushes I got on a sale at Jerry's a while back, and these were recommended by Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter. They're Mimic, M-I-M-I-K, Creative Mark, and I think I got them at Jerry's, and they were cheap, and there was a 2-for-1 sale. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that or not. Come on. Why do you not love me? There you go. Creative Mark. Right. And they were cheap to start with, and they had a 2-for-1 sale. Buy one, get one free. So let me put a little bit of water. I don't want to contaminate that too much. Put a couple drops in there and see what I get. I'm not sure how runny this is, so I don't want to make it too runny. All right, that thinned it out pretty good. Put that back in there. All right. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a little splatter action. I'm going to cover these so they don't get too splattered. I did that one time with gold, and on all my pans I had little dots of gold all over it. Hey, Bunny. Okay, so let's see. What can I splatter this with? I need a little stiff, short brush. Babe, just sit still. I'm just going to stand up. Every time I move, she's got to get completely up and bogart her way past me, and then bogart her way back in when she realizes I'm not going anywhere. I thought I had a toothbrush. I do have a big splatter brush, but I don't necessarily want to do that. You know, one of those Liquitex Freestyle, is that what it's called? It has all the black broomstick like this. I don't know. What the hell? Let's do it. Can't find my other one. Cover up those. Let's see what happens. It's hard to get this to stick to these bristles. It's coming out pretty fine. I want to try to get like a streak across, like Milky Way-esque, where they're more concentrated going through the center. This isn't a great example of splattering, I gotta tell you that much. There's some on there. All right. Get that off my brush. And then what time did Patti start? I started, I think at 1. And I was only going to go 2 hours, but I'm not ready to give up yet. Okay, so now let's see. I'm going to let the white dry down, but I'm going to go in and put, and I don't know why or where, we'll just put some little bigger dots every once in a while. So it kind of looks like a bigger star. Is there a hair off the end of that that's acting a little crazy? If it is, I don't see it. Okay. I need one of those little spotter brushes, which coincidentally I think I have on order from Rosemary and Company. So now I'm just going to randomly put little bigger marks on here, bigger dots. No rhyme or reason. Which exactly plays nice with my brain. And you guys probably can't even see these tiny ones, but oh, maybe I'll come in a little bit more. And I'm basically just covering up spots that I'm not wild about. I'm going to thin some of this down so some of them aren't as stark white. More of like a little halo-y kind of look. Let's put a couple in that are Oh, that's good, Eileen. I saw she's mentioned that she might do that. That's good. She's Xandra's going to pour on Tuesday night at 7. let's see, can I draw a little? Just a little kind of asterisk kind of a thing like that, like a little starburst. I don't know, I'm not, this brush I'm not loving. That's better. So let's do a, what do you call it? Patty, take a Q-tip and swirl around the dot to make a halo. Halo. You know what? I have some really cutesy pointy Q-tips. Where the hell did I put them? I've organized myself into oblivion. I do have Q-tips. Where are you? Crap. Babe, stop your crying. Your daddy just left you out. Dang nabbit. Where, oh where, if you were a Q-tip, where would you be? Hang on. Nope, nope, nope. Where the hell did I put you? Okay, no Q-tip. You know that ticks me off though, because they're here. They are here. Oh, Cece, you know what I wanted to show you? With your watercolor carving, Rosemary and Company makes a brush, 3 sizes. Hello? Called the Eradicator. Are you going to work? There you go. The Eradicator, right? And it's for lifting like that. It's got short bristles with a straight edge, and they're pretty stiff so that you can scrub and do your carving. You might want to look at that, the Eradicator. Yeah, that really ticks me off. Where would I have put them? And they were cute too. They were completely pointy on one end. Where are you? Stand by, people, while I rifle through everything I own to no avail. Stains, fours, friendly paint, embossing, distress, punches, wax pigments, bottled ink, stamp carving, embossing plates, glue sticks, note cards, silks, bookbinding, beads. These are all my labels on my drawers. Nothing is falling into the Q-tip department. That might be my my downfall. Sponges, spoons, magnets, metal embossing. Oh, sweet Lord. Okay, I give up on the Q-tip. I give up. So let's do, what was I going to say? What is that called? Constellation. I don't know. Down here's good. Don't know what I'm doing again. I'm just going to make, I don't know what any of them look like that mean anything to me. without a reference. So we're just going to make something up. Man, this white ink really is nice. I'm sure that's nothing. I bet you there's no constellation that looks like that. Drop stars in at the corners, the intersections. I should probably look one up, shouldn't I? Ugh. Oh, hang on. I don't want to miss this link. Is that Carol's link? I'll go click on it and go back and check it out later. All right, what's happening here? Let's go to Pinterest, shall we? Good Lord. There's some examples. I'll use a couple of those to get some more white on here. This, 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 this. I don't know why. I'm not meant to draw anything. I can't draw a crooked line. That's the God's truth. I've tried. I need to practice more. I know that's what I need to do. Because from what I hear, everybody can draw if you just practice. And I don't practice because I don't have the time. I do not have the time. Let's do just a triangle here. Now, they don't, Jean? Are you kidding? I didn't know that. Again, I'm just trying to do kind of what Anna Victoria did in hers, how she illustrates them with connecting the lines to show what that constellation is, not just a variety of random stars dotted around. So that's what I'm doing. I have that book. Never unwrapped it. Because I don't have the time. That would be handy, though, if they were up there, Jean. I did detect the note of sarcasm. I'm just messing with you. So our brand new French doors, remember that saga? Well, don't you know, we had a really bad storm the other day. I got home late that night and didn't know it until the next morning. Went to let the pups out, and lo and behold, there was a little puddle of water inside the living room on the hardwood floor. Yeah. This one's boring me. Oh, I should look up good Lord, where'd that go? Oh, for Pete's sakes, I'm not buying a constellation thing. Aries, that's me, but that's kind of boring. What do you know? Let's do it. There's a big one here. Big one here. A little one kind of there. Down a little bit. And then a big one straight down from that. Boring. I'm going to switch brushes. I'm not wild about this one. I have a little one like this. These are the ones Anna Victoria recommended in her first class. And they're inexpensive brushes. Polar Flow by Creative Mark. Right? Little white bristle. These are, they're inexpensive brushes too. Let's see. Let's do a couple just bigger. Little burst of stardom. Like to put them up in the real black areas. Oops. That was kind of a boo-boo. We'll just make that one fatter. We'll roll with it. Do Taurus. We'll do one for my brother. He's a Taurus. Oh, Lord. Here, here, and a big one there, and a little one. Looks like a long lopsided Y. Good Lord. All right. Oh, you know what else she did? She made, and this one will be a real challenge for my hand. Where she did kind of like comet swoops, like a comma stroke, where you press down. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, what do you know? Press down and lift up. don't know, are they shooting stars, or some of them look a little bit like sperm? Ah! Who knows? Maybe there's a constellation. Wants to know what constellation the wishbone is. Taurus. That's supposed to be Taurus. That's supposed to be Aries. The other ones I don't know what they are. I just kind of drew them. All right, now I think we're getting out of control here with too much going on. All right, well, not exactly what I thought it was going to look like, but it's something. I still think I'm going to do some sort of metallic splattering because that's who I am. Yeah, Joan, that's my thing. I wing it as I go. Fly by the seat of my britches. Know enough to be dangerous and don't really care. Let's see. So should I do the pearl one or the silver one? Or even gold? Or the rose gold? Or the bronze? I don't know. Silver's going to blend in too much with the white. So let's take that. Before you finish the stream, can you show us the diamonds again? Oh, yeah. Diamonds. You mean that? Yeah, I know what you mean. Those crystally things I did. I don't know where the hell I put them. I don't know what I did that on. Did I do it on that? These are the first ones I attempted. Not so good. This one was so bad I just blurred the whole thing out. But I was just doing some playing here. These aren't the ones you're talking about, though. Where is that? Oh, here. It's on here, I think. So here, okay, so let's back up to the beginning of the stream. Those cloves and honey watercolors I got, right? Cloves and honey, they're on Facebook, Etsy. They do handmade artisan watercolors. This is the limited edition volume 1 set. They come in these little mini 4 half pans and a mini Altoid can, but I put them in my palette. But here's the colors. Here's the Purple Rain. This is dried down. See the shimmer in there? That's the Purple Rain color. I think the drawings are on this book. That's why I picked this book up again. I forgot where I put it. Here's the Dr. Girlfriend. This one's hard to see the shimmer in. It's there. It's very faint, but it is bright. Bright. There we go. Bright, hot pink. It's gorgeous. This one's called Sunken Treasure. Now, this one up here was tainted with a little bit of the pink. So I did 2 swatches. This one down here is the real color. Focus! Oh, this camera's pissing me off. And this one's called Golden Slumbers. You can see the shimmer in all of them. They're really very shimmery. Anyway, I think, I don't know, are those gems in here? There's that monstrosity. Okay, they're not in there. What the hell did I do those on? Oh, merciful Lord. Where's that? That's probably with my Q-tips. Oh, maybe I set it on the other side to dry. They're in the book that you did the color samples on this morning. Well, that's what I thought, but they're not. They are not in there unless they're in. I skipped a page or something. I don't think they're in here. That's all a new book. And I just had this. You didn't mean this, did you? Maybe you did mean that. This was a mess that happened with my first experience with masking fluid. I smeared it when it was still wet, taken the salt off. I tore the paper. I dropped a book when the masking fluid was still wet and made all these blobs. Sweet Lord. But it was fun. I thought you meant the crystals I did after that. I did crystals that were kind of like these, right? But there was more of them on one page to itself. That's what I thought you meant. The tiny splots. I don't know what you mean, Bless. The tiny splots. You mean where of the shimmer, or do you mean where I smashed the masking fluid accidentally? Oh Lord, where the hell are they? I just did them the other day. This is ridiculous. I'm never organizing again. Where in the hell? Hang on, I'm walking around the other side to see if I have them laying out here drying somewhere. And I don't. How is that possible? It's only me that's down here. Damn Prince. That frog. I knew he couldn't be trusted. I have no idea where those freaking crystals are that I did. That is maddening, I gotta tell you. I do not know. That's a mystery, folks. So put it on a drawer and then close it where it was drying? No. Huh. Well, that there is one of those mysteries of life. There with the Q-tips. I know, right? Crap. Oh well. Were they so bad I trashed them? Nah. I wasn't doing that. Not yet. Oh well, what the hell. Okay, so let's get back to my splatterings of what I'm going to do here. Let me back this out a little bit. Right, Jen, right. I found him when the camera's off. There's only so many places they can be. I mean, I have a big area, but I wouldn't have walked it away anywhere and put it down. That is bizarre. That is bizarre. Okay, but I'm splattering something. I don't give a crap. What are we splattering? Use a bigger brush so it'll hold more water. And let me pick up more pigment and get more of a good whack at it. I think I'm going to go, you know what? I might go with the bronze. I think I'm going to go with the bronze, which is more of a coppery color. Here's Babe snoring again. But look how this gets so creamy. I mean, it just, you can't not love that, people. All right, let's see what happens here. All right. All right, we'll have to let that dry a little bit before you can see what that does. So I don't really have anything else I was going to do, but what I might do, if anybody else wants to stream, let me know and I'll drop. But I think since I'm here and I'm going and Dave ran out and I got to run up to the grocery store and do all that crap, but oh, see, I got gold copper all up and in here. Uh-oh, I locked up. Oops. It says I'm still going, but it looks frozen.